Long, long ago, when I was 5 years old, I fell head over heels for the coolest green and purple Tyrannosaurus Rex ever. His name is Barney. For anyone unfamiliar with Barney, he's a dinosaur from our imagination. He is most famous for teaching the alphabet and counting to 1, 2, and 3. He was excellent at teaching others how to be friends because let's face it, as a 5-year-old in love, I was not about to share him with you. So imagine my face when my mother told me who I was going to meet at the fall festival that year. Yes, Barney! My mother, grandmother, and I went together. They were there for the food, but I was there to woo my dinosaur to a dazzling tea party. Upon arrival, my mother did not take me straight to my soulmate. Instead, she tried to feed me a corn dog, and then a bite of a brain sandwich, and then gave me lemonade. Then I had to ride the carousel and take a picture with a clown. I knew this had to be a plot to torture me. I threw the gauntlet down. In this case, the gauntlet was a bag of cotton candy. I cried out that I was ready to see my dinosaur. Tears were streaming, and I was just distraught. My mother's irrational logic was that before we see that dinosaur, we should use the restroom. Holding my hand firmly, we went miles away from my man to go potty at the porta-potty station. While my mother and I waited, her best friend came to talk to her about boring adult stuff, and I heard over the loudspeaker that Barney was taking pictures at a booth near the Ferris wheel. It was my chance! I yanked on my mother's jacket. She didn't budge. I was tired of waiting. I took matters into my own hands. I made a beeline for my dinosaur. I bypassed all the children in the line, and I walked to him and said the creepiest terms of endearment ever. I watch you every day. I love you. He took my hand and he popped a kiss on it. I was filled with joy. I turned around to find my mother teary-eyed, and she picked me up. I said, "Mommy, he kissed my hand. I'll never wash this hand again." I didn't realize she was extremely angry. She hugged me, and we went straight to the car. While driving home, my grandmother tried to calm my anxious and angry mother by explaining that I was just a child, and that one day when I am a mother, I will know more about it, and that I would benefit simply from a light talking to around bedtime. But that is not what happened. My childhood is best described by the phases in which my mother parented. Phase 1, my mother was a mess and made a lot of parenting mistakes, but she tried. Phase 2, my mother tried the hardest. In phase 3, my mother parented very little and left it up to babysitters or anyone who would have us. Phase 4, wow, what a phase! It was the phase where my mother, in the full swing of her depression, flung her bouquet of motherhood and I caught it. I was mother because I had to be. I raised my younger siblings like a mama cougar. By the time I was 14 years old, I had forgotten all about Barney. My newest crush was Maggie Gyllenhaal. My responsibilities meant that I had to take care of my little sister and brother. The year was 2003. I was about to take my little sister, Kayla, to a school fair. At this fair, she was going to meet one of the 2 loves of her life. Dora the Explorer was the number 1, and Rainbow Dash was her backup. I knew how excited she would be to meet this explorer known as Dora, so I made sure to pick her a cute outfit. I had given my 5-year-old sister a pink Dora the Explorer shirt with orange pants, the exact outfit as Dora, I might add. I was ready to take this sweet girl to the fair. We walked to the fair because no one would drive us. It was about 10 blocks from where we were living at the time. My little brother Tiva tagged along because there was no one else to watch him. My little sister Kayla was so excited. All she could talk about was Dora the Explorer. David My little brother, not so much. He was not interested in this fair at all. I wanted it to be fun for David too, so I purchased a ticket for him to play one of the games. We did this first before I took Kayla to see Dora the Explorer. I turned around for about 20 seconds to purchase the ticket. Can you guess what happened in those 20 seconds? Yeah, you guessed it. When I turned around, Kayla was gone. This horrific feeling swept over me. I had anxiety up to my ears. All I kept thinking was, where is my baby? I searched the Dora the Explorer booth first. No, she wasn't there. She wasn't there. So it must be that my baby girl was at the clutches of some villainous evil monster. I looked all over that school gymnasium. Finally, I broke down and spoke with 2 police officers. In the middle of my rant to these 2 fine gentlemen about my sister's carefully planned outfit, I looked in the crack between them, and what did I see? A 6-foot-tall rainbow dash giving cotton candy to my little sister. Like Moses parting the Red Sea, I divided the police officers in half to walk across the sea of people. I was relieved, but angry. I wanted to yell at her and tell her to never run off like that again. I approached her with tears in my eyes, and she said to me, "Look, she gave me cotton candy from her heart." I stopped. I never thought I would be my mother on that day. I took her and my brother, who had been following me closely behind that whole time, straight home. Suddenly, I remembered the Barney incident. And that night at bedtime, I made sure to tell her a revised version of my mother's words. "I love you so much," I told Kayla. "I know you wanted to see Dora the Explorer. You even got to meet Rainbow Dash. What are the odds? I am happy for you. However, you should not run away from me because then I don't know where you are. When I don't know where you are, I become frightened." She said she would never do it again. Exiting Kayla's bedroom, I ran into my mom, and I hugged her. This was the day I knew I wanted to be a mom, a good mom, a mom that is patient and calm, a mom that is there for her children. Often we talk about what we learn from people who are doing. In this case, I learned from someone who was not doing, and that is the gift that my mother gave me.